Guys, we are sitting now in a one-on-one interview with the one and only Miss Marie Monroe, and you have seen her, you love her. She's on Belle Collective on OWN Network. And let me just tell you, Miss Marie, I'm a big fan of the show. I love it. I love the show. It's been awesome. And I will tell you, this has been the only show that keeps somebody like me, I'm Gen Z, in the house on Friday night. Because I gotta watch it.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate it. And I kind of want to tell the fans a little, just kind of get into how we met. So we met when I was visiting Jackson, Mississippi, and I was in town for a journalism conference. And I actually have a friend that lives in Jackson. I was telling my friend, I was like, I'm a big fan of Belle Collective. I said it'd be crazy if I ran into one of the cast members. And literally on the first night I was there, I had saw you at the dinner table. I was like, oh my God, it's just Marie. I got to go introduce myself. And here we are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so yes. So yeah, it was yeah, great to meet you that day and stuff. And I'm glad we were able to sit down and have this interview and stuff. So tell me a little bit about this. You're on Belle Collective. You guys are in the third season, right?
Third season, yes, third season. Wow, we've come a mighty long way, to be here for a third season is, it's truly a blessing. It's truly a blessing to be able to, share with the world, our stories, and the viewers will be able to relate to either one of us. We all are uniquely different, and we have different, dynamics when it comes to, relationships, businesses, and our family. So yeah, it's you all are going to have an opportunity to see a lot, experience a lot when it comes to the Bells.
That's awesome. Listen, the bells are ringing and we looking forward to it.
Yes, we ringing and we are belling, honey. Yes.
Okay, so let's get into this. Let's get into this upcoming season. A lot going on with this season. I've seen a couple of previews and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you one of the most funny things I've seen on the preview. It looked like Miss Letitia was trying to set you up on a blind date. Do I got that right?
Oh yes. I look, no shade, but I was like, Letitia, like, baby, what are you doing? Are you trying to hook me up with another Glenn? Like, what is it? What is this? What is this? I had to check her.
Yeah, for sure. That was kind of funny. So did she actually set you up, and did you actually go on the date, or?
Well, let's say this without giving away too much, because I do want you all to watch. She did set it up, and y'all just got to see what happens. Yeah. Okay. So I did. Yeah, she did set it up, and yeah. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Let me say that.
Okay. Hey, listen, we're going to be staying.
Well, of course, y'all know it happened because y'all saw the guy. Yeah. So it happened. Yeah. So y'all just got to see what actually took place.
Yeah, we definitely going to be stay tuned in. Yeah. Gotta see that episode. So yeah, we know that one. Yeah. That's awesome.
It was fun.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Watching previous seasons, I've been watching, and I keep seeing you and Latrice bump heads. Like, why can't y'all get along? I mean, what's going on?
Let me just say, it's kind of hard for me to answer that question. We just keep clashing for some apparent reason. We had issues from season 1. Actually, technically, to be honest, it was never an issue between Latrice and I. It was an issue that I had with, a hairstylist. And it just kind of escalated, went from, one situation to another. And then, of course, when the viewers get involved, it just spirals out of control. And it became an issue between she and I. But hey, I don't have anything against Latrice. I think she's, she's a amazing businesswoman. We two boss women in our own right, and I wish her well. No hard feelings over here. I want all women to win. I want her to win too.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah.
Okay, got you. And so let me ask you this. So you are an amazing businesswoman. I mean, you got it
Thank
going
you.
on. Oh yeah, of course, you got it going on down there in Jackson, Mississippi. And I was actually, I was taking a look at some stuff, and I actually seen an article that somebody did saying that you were the first Black woman in the state of Mississippi to open up an opioid center or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've opened, I have two opiate treatment programs that I opened, one in Meridian, Mississippi, and the other one is in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. In addition to that, I have a mental health agency where I provide mental health services to adults and children, as well as substance use program. In addition to IDD program, PSR program, adult day service program, and a day treatment program for children. So, I provide probably over maybe, I don't know, maybe 32 programs and services throughout the state of Mississippi under mental health. I am a home care provider in the state of Mississippi, and I provide home care services to individuals throughout the state of Mississippi. So I don't want to go on and on because I own probably about 12 different businesses. So I wouldn't, I don't want to go through them all, but to just kind of sum it up, healthcare empire, it did not happen overnight. It took years. I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years, and it's been a lot of hard work to get to where I am. I've worked hard. I've broken, barriers. I've overcame, so much to get to where I am. And I'm a living testament that, anything that you put your mind to, and, you just have to trust the process, stay consistent, and never give up on yourself.
Wow, that's some great advice there. Definitely appreciate you sharing that, and congrats on being a serial entrepreneur. I mean, we got to clap it up.
It really is. It's there's a lot of amazing entrepreneurs, in this right here in the state of Mississippi. It's a lot. Mississippi have a lot to offer.
Yeah, absolutely, and
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, for sure. And I had a chance to see that firsthand, visiting Jackson and stuff. And I think, Carlos King, shout out to him. I think he had a great idea coming up with, putting together this concept, because when we look at reality TV now, we only see, of course, we got, Housewives of Atlanta, and then of course you got other reality shows in these other big time major cities. But this show gives us an opportunity to see what's going on in Mississippi. Like, I don't think anybody thought about a reality show in Mississippi. So this is something new. And y'all are great on TV, man. We love watching.
Right. And again, all of us, all of the ladies, we're relatable. Again, the audience will be able to relate to at least, one of us. Everybody is going to be able to relate to somebody, and I'm just thankful to be able to show my reality, to show the things, that I go through in my life. Being an entrepreneur, balancing, my family and business, it's not easy. And I'm in school working on my doctorate. And so it's challenging. I have two kids who are in college. I have a 10-year-old daughter, and I have a son who's a high school senior. So I'm balancing a lot. And also, I'm newly single. So, just navigating so many different things. And I just believe in always staying true to my authentic self. I know I'm very relatable, being that, I was once a teenage mom, but I didn't let my, my circumstances define my future. I overcame everything that was, intended to destroy me, so I'm a, living testimony that you can't achieve it all.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations to you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, being a very strong woman and just pushing through the obstacles. And that's what it's all about. Yeah, definitely pushing through and getting through. And I want to ask you this too, because you mentioned you were a mother. So we recently just came from Mother's Day. So how was your Mother's Day? What are some things that you did?
Oh, it was so amazing. I spent time with, of course, my 4 children. I am a grandmother of 3 boys. Yeah, there are three busy little boys who are 3 years old. And so they keep me on my feet. at all times. So I had an opportunity to spend time with them. And I also have, you know, 2 bonus children from a previous marriage that, you know, I had an opportunity to spend time with all of them together. And so, yeah, and I am a testament that, you know, a blended family can work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely doing the thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I have a baby mama. I have a baby mama, and we, you know, parenting our children is amazing. Yeah, so it can work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good stuff there. So let's get into the show a little bit more. What can you say is like that it moment? Like, you know, what do fans really need to be looking forward to this season on Belle Collective? You know, what's gonna happen on the edge of our seats?
I think that for this, you know, I think that the fans are so used to it always being, you know, Marie Monroe causing issues, as they say. You know, I'm the more, you know, I am more of the vocal one, the outspoken one. You know, like I like to hold people accountable. I don't bite my tongue. I don't hold back. I believe in being transparent. You know, shooting straight. I don't talk behind people back, beat around the bush, and all of that. So they get to see who I really am, right? And so, like with my other castmates, it's kind of like they more so they give their reality, but they be on their P's and Q's about, okay, I'm into my image, and I don't want the audience to view me in a different light. So you know, they kind of be mindful of how they react and respond to things. So they don't get a chance to see that part of my castmates, right? They always get that from me. So this season, I think they'll get to see the other ladies in what's really going on within them and in their personal lives. Like this season will dig deep off into what's really going on with the other ladies. You know, like with me, I've experienced, you know, my grandson losing his mom, you know, challenges, you know, in my marriage, season 1, you know, dealing with issues with my children. Well, this season, you'll get a chance to see, you know, the audience will get to see dive deep off into what's really going on with these other ladies. Yeah. Not saying that they can get a chance to see some of it, but it's deeper. And it's going to be like a, wow. Like, okay, I really see what's going on now, you know, and you all get a chance to see all sides of my castmates, not just, you know, a little bit of shade and, you know, the good side. You know, they get to see them checking each other. Yeah. That type, like on a higher level than the Marie Monroe level. So, you know, in the past, it always been like, okay, like it's Marie Monroe causing problems, allegedly, they say. But I'm clean this season.
Okay, all right, man. Hey, that's what's up. So, all right, so yeah, we definitely gonna.
I get to sit back and just kind of watch them.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. So yeah, this gonna be.
It's gonna be really, really, really good. When I say really good, really, really good. Yes.
Hey, we gonna hold you to that. Like, listen. Yeah. From my, you know, I'm pretty sure I can speak for all the fans when I say, hey, we gonna be glued to the TVs watching on Friday. So
yes, yeah,
that's great. And I want to ask you this: you mentioned something about your child,
my grandson.
Yeah. Your grandson hit his mom passing away, and I remember watching that on the show. And that was just that was a very devastating moment. Can you talk about the thoughts and feelings that you were going through during that time?
You know, at this point in my life, you know, at that point in my life, you know, I was like, okay, you know, my boys, they're grown. The only child that I have left is Zuri, and you know, she's to the age where, okay, she know how to cook, she know how to, you know, feed herself, dress herself, and do all those things. So I'm like, okay, wow, I can breathe. You know, I've got my boys grown, you know, and they're in college, and I can just kind of focus on me and live, you know. And then when, you know, when my grandson mom passed, it's like, I'm knowing that this is something that will, you know, have an impact on my life, you know, my day to day, because at this point, my son will have custody of his son. Well, at that time, my son was in college, right? And so, of course, being a mother, you know, I'm gonna step in and help my son with his child so he can finish his education, you know, because it's important for him to get his education so he can take care of his children, you know? And so, but in doing that, it changed my life. You know, although I have support from his other grandparents and family, but he's with me full time, you know, he goes with them, you know, part time. And you know, it's a life-changing moment having a toddler in my home full time. So it's definitely a life-changing moment for me. It altered my life.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it altered my life.
Yeah, because I know I remember like just being a viewer and watching that, you just could kind of see the transformation happening, you know, and stuff.
Right. And then what's so ironic about it is when it happened, it was I want to say our first day of filming.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was around the first day of filming, and I received the call, and I'm like, I just, it was hard to deal with. It was really hard, you know, and then just the thought of, you know, how are we going to explain to this child that his mommy will no longer be coming back to pick him up?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Definitely.
You know?
Yeah. Definitely. Just feel for you guys on that, but you know, I know, and I mean, you know, so you just gotta just
Gotta push through.
yeah,
Right.
roll with the
Mhm.
punches and stuff, and you guys are adjusting and making it work. So
Right, absolutely. And then, you know, with my son, you know, he can be a father, right? But I can never, you know, he won't get that nurturing from a mother. You know, I can't replace his mother. No one can take his mother's place, but I can give him the nurturing he needs, you know, that motherly love, you know,
yeah, yeah,
something
and
that his dad can give him that, not that
yeah,
motherly love, you know. So, but we're navigating through it.
okay,
We're
yeah.
taking one day at a time.
Got you. Okay. Now, moving back into what can you say since you've been on the show, you guys are going into your third season, right? What
Right.
has what has been the highlight? Like what has been like your favorite moments since you've been on the show? What's been the highlight? What do you like most about
Um, what I like most about being on the show, you know, the ladies, we may disagree. We may be petty, catty, you know, how what things, you know, women do. You know, think about it, like in families, you know, women may have issues with their cousins, aunts, sisters may argue and disagree. And that's what we do within the show. We may be catty and we may disagree, but at some point, you know, we're still able to come together. You know, even though we don't get along and we may beef and have issues with each other, when something comes up, when an event come up, we do show up and to support each other in our businesses. So we're still able to support each other. And I think that's huge and that's important, you know, us being able to put our differences aside and support each other when it comes to business.
Yeah, that's awesome because you know, like all of you guys are in businesses. I mean, all of you guys are in business. Y'all are doing, and y'all are doing, all of y'all are doing some big time stuff. So, and that's
Right. Right. And see, you know, like in the past, you know, the audience have seen, you know, me and Latrice have our differences. But at the end of the day, you know, she have shown up to support me, you know, like for my birthday and things like that. And I may, you know, support her, congratulate her on things she do, even though we may not get along when it comes to business, we able to set our differences aside and say, you know what, congratulations, girl, you know.
yeah, absolutely. Okay. So with your castmates, right? I know we talked about Latrice and you guys have bumped heads a couple of times. Anybody else on Anybody else on the cast, you know, you might bump heads with this season, or somebody on the cast you ain't really feeling too much?
Well, you know, some things did transpire this season that I felt like was very distasteful, you know, that happened amongst my castmates. Um, all of them. Let me just say all of them. Something that happened, and it left a really bad taste in my mouth. You all just have to watch and see, you know. But I handled the situation unlike how I would have handled things in the past, because I'm more vocal, you know. And some people say when I, you know, respond to situations, I'm kind of, you know, I'm kind of aggressive with my delivery. But I think, and that's just a part of who I am. I'm just very blunt, you know. And if my bluntness make people feel uncomfortable, you know, then, you know, I'm not apologizing for that. I'm just confident in who I am and whatever it is that I'm trying to, you know, convey or whatever. But yeah, some things are, I do have some issues with my castmates regarding some things that transpired within the show. But, you know, it hadn't been resolved as of yet, though. But hopefully, you know, it will get resolved. We'll see. But it's a lot of moving parts with Belle Collective this season. Like every lady, each one of us have some things going on, and the audience, somebody will be able to relate to each one of us. And I mean, it's real. It's real reality. It's raw. It ain't nothing, you know, scripted or anything like that. We're all leaving it on the camera this season. Let me just say that we're leaving it on the camera.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, wow, definitely gonna be staying tuned in, because
I don't think I just feel like we unmatched. I think that Belle Collective, we've been slept on, and you know, we have a really good show.
Yeah.
A really good show. And pretty, you know, I call things, you know, call things the way that I see it, but just from what I've witnessed of what's going on with the different ladies, I haven't seen everything because I don't film with everybody, but what I've seen so far is very real and very much so raw, real moments.
Wow. So
very
yeah.
real moments.
Okay. So yeah, real, and that's what I like about with you guys, because I feel like with you guys, we getting the raw, authentic reality television. You know, stuff that's happening in real time. You
Yeah,
guys, real,
absolutely. And another thing I can say about, you know, Carlos and his team, like they follow the real. Like if I show up, I may not have no idea what I'm walking into. Like he don't believe in, like they don't believe in telling you what you're walking into. You just get there and it's just like a real moment. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, may not know what the topic is going to be about, what that person going to ask you about, what, you know, like what the situation is. It's just, it's real and raw. It's real, you know, emotions. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
And it's uncomfortable at times. For me, it's uncomfortable because I'm the type of person like, why am I going to this meeting? What is this about? I just like to know. But with, you know, my experience with being on Belle Collective, like I may not know what's going on.
Wow. Okay. And I want to talk about this, and we're getting ready to close it out in just a second.
Okay, go ahead.
But I know with doing a reality show, and I hope you can inspire some people with this, but I know doing a reality show, right? You're on this large platform, you're on OWN. There are people who slide into the comments, say negative things about you, try to bring you down, negative, try to, you know, get you off track and stuff like that. How do you handle the negative commentary? Because people, no matter how good you do things, there's always going to be somebody negative in the comments. So how do you rise above that? And I hope that this can inspire some other people, because that's
a great question. I feel like that's a great question you just asked me. When, you know, for me, like sometimes when when people be negative in the comments, most of the time, all they want you to do is respond. When you respond to them, they take an about face. They whole tone change. It's like you make their day. So they just pretty much want you to respond. Most of them. That's what I've experienced. I don't get offended. I don't take it personal. When somebody says something negative about me, because, I know who I am. I know what it is. I don't have anything to prove. I stay true to my authentic self. One thing I don't do is I'm not going to fabricate my life. I was raised by my father, a single father, and he always taught me, be true to your authentic self, live in your truth. It's easy to keep up with the truth, but it's hard to keep up with a lie. You see what I'm saying? So, I just stay true to myself. If it's not real, if it's not going on, I'm not going to do it. Period. So, you just have to, I think, and not all negative comments, comments are hurtful. Sometimes if you can, people they say things and make you look at situations in a different perspective. You may not like it, it may be uncomfortable, but sometimes it can make you have a different outlook on your thought process, or make you confront issues or situations that may be going on within yourself. And that's what I've learned doing reality TV. It caused me to face things that I've never addressed before. So that's how I deal with it. I just turn it into a positive and push through it. And I don't take it personal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, and I appreciate you sharing that, because I think that's, I think in today's society, a lot of people have a tough time developing tough skin. You know what I'm saying? Because,
it can be tough.
Yeah.
It can be tough. It can be tough. And one of the things, and a great, that's a great question you asked, because it was rough for me at some point when, negative false allegations came up about me. Like, I'm hearing things about myself that I've never, I didn't even know. And when people hear these things, you hear it enough in the media, it's almost like, you know what? It must be some truth to that, because everybody is saying it, but it don't mean it's true. You see what I'm saying? So to hear negative things about you, especially the things that are false, it can be hurtful, So it made me stronger. It made me wiser. And, I just let it roll off my shoulder. Like, I don't even entertain it. I don't even pay it no attention, because I overcame it. But it was new for me, and it was challenging. Yeah.
Yeah. I just, I wanted to ask you that, because I know, you've been in the, doing the show 3 seasons stuff. And of course your name is bigger, more
it was hard
and stuff. Yeah. So,
yeah, it was definitely hard in the beginning. I almost quit. I don't know how many times, because I didn't expect that type of, those type of false, allegations for people to say, but people can be so mean and cruel behind the keyboard,
especially,
but
yeah, and I was gonna say, especially the people who be in the blogs. I always say the blogs are talking. I know the blogs.
That's what I'm talking about. That's who I'm talking about. The blogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, false, bogus bloggers. Let me just say, because real bloggers don't blog like that. You know what I'm saying? They gonna put the truth out there. They gonna get to the real journalists and bloggers. They gonna get to the bottom of the truth and make sure whatever information they're putting out there is accurate. Real bloggers.
Real ones out there.
Real ones. Gonna make sure it's accurate before they put it out there. So I don't, my motto is this going forward. I'm not going back and forth over some things that's not true. My thing is, if somebody put it out there, I'm not gonna argue about it. I'm just gonna let my legal team handle it. So if you put it out there, you better make sure it's accurate, because I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna let my legal handle it. And that's just it.
Hey, get them on.
I'm not arguing with nobody about it.
Yeah.
Just, get your weight up, get your lawyers, get your weight up, get your lawyers up, and, hash it out. The allegation, whatever it is you alleging with my attorney. And that's how I'm handling things going forward. I'm not arguing. I'm not talking about it.
That's what's up. Handling like a boss woman. That's what I like.
Yeah, I got bigger fish to fry. I'm working. I'm busy. I have so many projects going on, and I'm in school, so I don't have time to be entertaining that. That's what I pay my legal team for.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah. Well, Miss Marie, I appreciate your time so much. And before we go, anything you'd like to leave with the viewers? Maybe something we didn't get to?
Not at all. Nothing other than, hey, tomorrow night, on 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, be there.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it here at iHeart. And yeah, guys, just like Miss Marie said, make sure y'all tuning in to Belle Collective every Friday on OWN. See y'all then.